something is different. And I'm kind of slow, so it takes me a while to figure things out. What I finally realized is that for thousands of years, the question of salvation has been, what must I do to be saved? And that's a good question. But you and I live in the first moment in history in which that question is now, what must we do to be saved? And by we, I mean the whole planet. I mean every person, every race, every tribe, every nation, every organization, every spiritual tradition. The only way we will make it out of here is together, not separately. That's a different kind of a question of salvation. That's a different kind of a question of liberation. And it's not only humans who are asking the question. Rivers are asking the question. Trees are asking the question. Rocks are asking the question, what must we do to be saved? We have been experimenting in the Plum Village Sangha with different ways of opening Dharma doors. I want to name a few of the doors for you, not in any way whatsoever to report to you on what we've done, but I want to name some of these doors so that you might get a fresh idea on a door you might open where you practice, where you live, and where you serve the Dharma. Recently, I was involved in leading a retreat for an organization in Canada that is committed to working with AIDS in Africa. And the retreat was designed to help those involved in the AIDS work to be nourished and not to burn out or to be overwhelmed by the grief they experience every single day that they give their lives to the service of the children and the women and the men suffering from AIDS. We had a wonderful retreat that we did for law enforcement, for police officers and lawyers, defense and prosecution, parole officers, and we engaged that group of people in exploring what it means to be a bodhisattva, what it means to practice the mindfulness trainings, to practice the 5 precepts in the context of their daily work. And I can tell you that police officers in that retreat, of which we had several hundred, it was a transformational experience. And for the communities they went back to serve, the communities have reported a transformational experience in the quality of kindness and thoughtfulness and compassion of their law enforcement personnel. Family retreats for couples and for families with children, a powerful opportunity. People of color retreats, retreats in the United States for minorities, to introduce them to the practice and the teachings so that the practice and the teachings can go with people back to their neighborhoods, back to their communities, back to some very difficult situations. And I can report to you that there are schools in inner cities across the United States where the classroom morning begins by the sound of the bell. I can report to you that there are young people who were thinking about being gang members who now come to class and ask for the tea ceremony. And I could go on. The practices that we have been given by the Buddha and all of our teachers after him can be applied in every kind of situation if we apply them without attachment. We've done a retreat for entertainment, for filmmakers, for writers, for poets. We just had a retreat for people who are therapists or psychiatrists. It was called Mindfulness and Psychotherapy. 1,800 people showed up. And it has transformed their practice of their ability to care and to love their clients and their patients. Other helping professions, social workers, teachers, parents, students have all had special retreats developed and designed to help them relieve their suffering. Ty has already mentioned the work at Plum Village with Palestinians and Israelis, but you should also know that many of our colleagues, Palestinian and Israeli and or Jewish alike, are on their own creating special initiatives that are taking place every week, every day, to build peace and to foster reconciliation. Business people, a gathering of business people to talk about mindfulness and ethics. And what does it mean to be a business person who practices mindfully? Not just personally, but mindfully running their business, mindfully developing products, mindfully managing their profit,